load them into your mains in Michigan. Daybreak has a Roy. Ozone has a Roy. I know that Nebula actually does have a Roy.
And it looks like we may be just starting off on Smashville here. Pretty like the most common starter. This is the thing that makes this matchup kind of doable is Pac-Man can actually up B out of a lot of Bayonetta stuff.
It's all going to be about if Ori knows the matchup. Because Pac-Man is a pretty good character if you don't know what you're doing against him. Like, if you don't know how to deal with Hydrant and stuff like that, then you can actually just kind of get destroyed by Pac-Man. But if you're able to adapt to how his setups work, then that's when he kind of starts getting abused.
Right, exactly. Pac-Man is very, you have to just not know the matchup. Very much oriented around just, oh my goodness, the Pac-Man grab, the tractor beam coming on out.
When you have when your grab is not a tether grab, and it has worse frame data than every tether grab in the game.
There was the key flying in there. Nebula's doing a good job keeping the lead here. Like we discussed earlier, Ryoku, when Ryoku was on the set, that Bayonetta is going to struggle a little bit more to approach. Oh, he's just going to get hit by the forward smash. Not going to take it, though. Getting very, very close.
Ori doing a very good job of keeping Nebula just in disadvantage.
Yep, just forcing him off the stage. And Ori's basically kept the whole entire stage for a good while now. We're going to see Nebula get back to center finally. Almost get hit by the bell there.
That was a really good retreat to the ledge from Nebula.
So Nebula does some
spaced.
wacky stuff with the side B from Pac-Man.
Ooh, not quite. Oh, that's going to take it. Pac-Man a little lighter than I had remembered. All right, so Ori's got a lead here. Now he's got the best possible thing. Making Pac-Man have to approach when Pac-Man can't really set up his traps nearly as well is going to be like really hard.
One thing that I noticed is that Ori is letting Nebula get a lot of his projectiles. He's just kind of letting him have whichever one he wants. And there we go. That is going to take it. And he's going to get the Galaga in hand.
Galaga definitely, I believe, his best low percent item because it leads into a lot of high combo setups and sometimes like even combo into itself again if he regrabs it.
Right, exactly. I was watching Nebula play a little bit earlier today. He had the green one. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But he was doing some. Yeah, the melon. Thank you. The Z. He was doing some crazy Z drop shenanigans, and he was getting a ton of percents off of it.
Ori looking very aware of Pac-Man right now, though. He is not falling for a lot of stuff, and he's been dealing with stuff like Hydrant and stuff very well. A lot of people will get very caught up in trying to punish Hydrant and just get rid of it. But Ori's doing the right decision, mostly focusing on Nebula and then just getting rid of Hydrant when he thinks the situation calls for it.
Exactly. And interestingly enough, we do see down air knocks away Hydrant.
Yeah, I believe it's 15% health before it goes into tumble.
Nebula, I believe he has the bell on our line, and he was trying to launch it there, trying to get that stun out.
Depressingly, they actually nerfed Pac-Man. It used to be that he could, I believe it was either single or double back air, and it would just kill Hydrant. But they nerfed it so that he had to hit it at least twice to do it.
Right. Ori is doing such a good job playing around the bell.
Yeah,
Woo!
Good down tilt. Oh, and he's going to miss the tech, and Ori's going to take game one.
Yep, no tech sometimes. Sometimes it's just hard to know exactly where you're coming in on a tech.
Ori's looking really aware in this matchup right now, honestly. He hasn't been falling for a lot of Nebula's trickery.
And it does look like Ryoku is actually coaching Ori, giving us some tips there. Because that was a super close game.
Yeah, the Bayonetta Brotherhood.
So what do you think we need to see out of Nebula for him to take game 2?
Yeah, it's not like the last game wasn't close, so we had a good idea. I think, to be honest, he needs to reach a little deeper in his bag of tricks, maybe pull out some stuff that Ori might not be familiar with. Like, stick with some of the lower fruits, or like maybe even just stick with like a key, because a key, if he keeps a key in hand and Bayonetta lands with a lot of lag.
So yeah, you can snipe him out, but I think what I've noticed a lot out in Nebula's playstyle is he's going for a lot of the more combo heavy items rather than just the raw damage. But maybe the raw damage would be the better option. Yeah, we'll see what he opts to do here. He's had a moment to think about it, calm his nerves.
Town and City. Interesting counter pick. I don't really know how I feel about this. Bayonetta is going to get a lot out of this, but and I can't really say I know what stages Pac-Man likes all that well. Obviously, Nebula knows that more than we do, though.
There you go. That's a good nair coming right out of shield.
Yeah, Bayonetta's biggest advantage in this matchup is that Pac-Man has to work so hard. Like, they have kind of similar amounts of damage output, like, because Pac-Man has some pretty solid combos when oh wow, oh wow.
Uh-oh, this is dangerous. All right, good SDI there, getting out of that.
Or using Nebula's own tricks against him, using the Galaga to start his combo.
I say, yeah, that's really the big difference. Oh dear.
That's it.
Yep. And he's gonna get hit by the up smash right there. There's not a whole lot you can do other than just don't get caught by witch time, and that's just so difficult sometimes.
So the first decisive lead of the set goes to Ori. He's up a solid amount. Nebula's gonna have to work a little bit for this. And never mind, as Nebula does 30% immediately. Oh, Downer actually didn't kill it that time. I guess he didn't. He needs to have a little bit of percent on it first.
Yeah, I believe so. I may have been mistaken, unfortunately.
I actually just realized one thing that probably really helps Bayonetta deal with Hydrant. Because the Hydrant takes percent, so if she's using bullet darts, even from across the stage, she's already putting damage on that, and then she can just come in with one aerial to hit it out. Exactly.
And that seems to be what Ori's kind of doing to play around it, is trying to get the Hydrant to move in his favor. Or he's just letting it go. He's just like, eh, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Hydrant hadn't quite respawned yet, and Nebula kind of got punished for it.
Oh no!
Yep.
Yep. That active hitbox.
It has super armor. Actually.
Oh, okay.
After he starts moving along the pellet, it has super armor.
All right, well you go, Pac-Man. And we are just going to see some, neutral airs coming out from Bayonetta, and Nebula's just happy to charge up his neutral special.
Oh,
the good air dodge read right there.
Pretty
and the handshake.
Decisive set from Ori, honestly.
That game 2 looked clean. It looked like he adapted. He figured out, hey, this is how Pac-Man wants to deal with Bayonetta. Let me stop him from doing that.
That's actually a pretty solid upset. I know that Nebula was seeded to make top 8.